What's up and welcome, Olympus Mons, the Above Limits podcast. I have a question for everybody today. See this man next to me? That's the ex-Vice President Joe Biden. Now, my question is, why is there such a push to have a man who is definitely showing signs of dementia as the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party? Now, I try not to have what I call NPC arguments. I guess everybody calls them that, but where if you hear something from somewhere, and then a couple days later you hear it from another place, and then you go to another little forum and you hear it over there, and you're trying to think for yourself, but yet you're coming up with these NPC arguments, basically agreeing with what others are agreeing with. You have to question that. So to say Joe Biden has dementia, one could definitely consider themselves being part of the sheep. Oh, well, he got dementia. Let's automatically put him out as a viable candidate. But literally, the man has dementia. My uncle had dementia, and to me, he looks exactly like my uncle. How my uncle was in his. I don't even know if it's early stages or mid stages of dementia, until where he was like smearing his feces on the walls and peeing in dog bowls and stuff like that. So I personally have a question. I question why is there a push when I know that the media lies to me, all three of them, every single one. Politicians are lying to me to get votes. Just everybody in power and that has authority and the order of things, I know they're all lying to me. So I wonder how the nefarious characters that are out there that do exist in our world that we currently live in, have been living in, how do they benefit from this? Now let's think of COVID-19 and everything that's going on with that stuff, and it's just the times we're living in, where what could happen if we put a man that is not fit for office, just by his age. I mean, we're all going to get old. It's not his fault, but right now we're living in crazy times, and it's getting crazier quicker by the day. And if let's say whatever happens, they put that he gets elected, because let's face it, to me, the Democrats, the first time I heard mail-in ballots, I knew that that's just a way to steal the election, because let's face it, folks, they've done everything possible to try to smear Donald Trump, to try to get him out of office, to sabotage, to plant people in his administration to have coups and to undermine every single decision that he makes since the beginning, or the beginning of when Donald Trump was a viable candidate for president, the actual candidate for president. So if you think that it's far-fetched to think that they can steal an election, that these people are desperate. We're in the middle of the collapse of the whole world. We have the economy that's bad and soon to be getting very, very, very much worse. Plus a so-called pandemic that everybody's going to have to take some vaccine that we don't even know what's going to happen with all that. Once because the vaccine's not here and we don't know, people protesting over black lives. I mean, it's going to get crazier. And it if by the next election, by the time we know who's going to be our next president, whether it's going to be this guy, the times are going to be really, really weird. And like I said, these people are desperate. So what can you do if you have a guy that is basically on his last leg, that wins the presidency? Like some people say, some people were like arguing with me, telling me, well, a dog would be better than Donald Trump in office, or they'll have a strong vice president to be able to make up for whatever Joe Biden can't do. It's like, dude, no, the president should be able to do his job on day one, and you would put somebody that can finish the job all the way. I mean, we of course, history has not had that all the time, but if you were smart, you would put somebody young that can handle what's going on. This guy can't even talk. He can't even have a complete sentence and know, like, they're scripting his talking points and having him read scripts. That's weird. That's very, 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 very weird. So I don't know. I don't know who thinks that's normal, but it's not normal. It's abnormal. And you don't want abnormal to be going against Donald Trump. If you're that concerned, and if he didn't have ulterior motives. What's an ulterior motive? Well, when this guy croaks or literally has to be like taps out and says, I can't be president no more, who's going to take the reign? Is it going to be Hillary Clinton? Is he going to say, well, I'm going to put Kamala Harris, I'm going to put Elizabeth Warren or Michelle Obama as my vice president, and then maybe at the end he's like, well, no, I wanted Hillary Clinton instead. I appoint Hillary Clinton. We're talking about like really fucked up people. I mean, the most rotten, evil things that have happened in politics have been with Democrats in the last between the last election. I mean, what did Barack Obama do with the FISA warrants? What did Donna Brazile when she gave all the questions to Hillary Clinton before a debate with Donald Trump? And how the three heads of the Democratic committee had to resign because of all the corrupt things they were doing within emails and to sabotage Bernie Sanders. That was uncovered by WikiLeaks. This stuff is real. These are just examples of the problem that we're having in this country, and we're talking about how Democrats care about black people and how Democrats are worried about people's health and all this. No, they have an agenda. They work for very fucked up people, and we're going to allow them to stick a puppet who they can manipulate, who doesn't know where he's at, can't even say his wife's name, doesn't even know who his wife is, thinks his sister is his wife, because he has dementia. So once again, why are these people wanting Joe Biden as president so bad? We're talking about the New World Order. We're talking about whoever you want to call it. And people are blind to it. You know, we have such a divide in this country that you're just one of two extremes. And to me, one's way more extreme than the other. You know? So this is Olympus Mons with the Above Limits podcast. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and continue to watch my videos, and we'll keep you up to date with my thoughts. We'll see you.